Join fast. Please use the previous link to join the meeting very fast. Join. Tell your friends to join immediately. आधीचीच लिंक वापरा, जी आता पाठवली ना लेक्चर साठी, तीच लिंक वापरा, त्याच्यावरती क्लिक करा, लगेच तुम्ही रिजॉइन होताय. Okay, shall we start? Shall we start? Okay. So we'll begin with the particular part, that is, what are the different types of the specifications. Basically, there are two types of the specifications. First, we called it as the general specification, and second one, we called it as a detailed specification. Now, what is general specification? In general specification, the nature and class of and names of the materials that should be used are described. Once again, remember what general specifications will give you. General specification will give you idea about the nature and class of the work, basically, and the name of the material which you are going to utilize. Only brief description of each and every item is given. It is useful for estimation the project. So the general specifications do not form the part of the contract document. Now, once again, remember, general specification just gives you idea about the nature of the work and the type of material which you are going to use it. General specifications we are not going to consider in our contract document. Okay. Now, what we are going to consider? We are going to consider the next type of the specification, that we call it as detailed specifications, which are the part of the contract document. Now, what these detailed specifications are? They specify the qualities, quantities, and proportion of materials and method of preparation and execution for a particular item of the work in a project. Once again, remember what this detailed specification describes. Detailed specifications gives you the qualities, quantities, and proportion of materials and method of preparation and execution for a particular work in a project. The detailed specifications of the different items of the work are prepared separately, and they will describe what the work should be and how they shall be executed. While writing the detailed specifications, the same order of the sequence as the work is to be carried out is to be maintained. That is from uh, site clearance, then excavation, then PCC, then footing, then column, then plinth area, then superstructure. So with that sequence, we have to go for it. So the detailed specification will specify you the qualities, then quantities, and the proportion of the materials. So general specifications were just describing the nature of the work. Whether it is a PCC, then what is the PCC? We are using concrete. So what is concrete? M10 grade of concrete. But what detailed specification will give you in M10 grade of concrete? This will be the same type of cement. This will be the proportion of your concrete mix design that is being prescribed, and that is being described in that particular detailed specification. So that is the simple difference. So I think there is one example for the specification I have given. So see this particular example, RCC specifications. Now, what specifications are there when you are working on the site? Now, this is somewhat detailed. Okay, this is just for your understanding, but not required in such detailed manner. You have to prepare also. In your Excel sheet, it may be described in just 3 to 4 lines. That is also sufficient. No need to describe it thoroughly. Okay, that is just for your understanding purpose. So, what they have mentioned, shuttering shall be done using seasoned wooden boards of thickness not less than 30 mm. So whenever you are starting your RCC work, what you are going to do, you are going for the shuttering work, correct? That is the first sequence. Suppose you are going to construct a column, शटरिंग करताय. शटरिंग म्हणजे काय करताय रे तुम्ही? फोमवर्क बांधताय, बरोबर आहे, ज्याच्यामध्ये कॉन्क्रीट कास्ट करता कॉलम साठीचं. कॉलम तुम्ही तयार करता, दॅट इज शटर फोमवर्क तयार करताय कॉलमचं, आणि त्यामध्ये तुम्ही कॉन्क्रीट फिलअप करताय. मग काय आहे त्याचे स्पेसिफिकेशन? द शटरिंग, दॅट इज वॉट एव्हर द शटरिंग यू आर डुईंग युझिंग, that shuttering shall be done using a seasoned wooden boards of thickness not less than 30 mm. So whatever the wooden boards you are using for shuttering work, the thickness is should not be less than 30 mm. Okay, clear? So we are just describing what we require and what are its description. So we require shuttering work, that is the essential part of RCC. Any RCC work, yes. So shuttering, how we are going to describe shuttering activity? Shuttering should be done with wooden boards and having the thickness not less than 30 mm. Then next, what is essential? The surface contact. Now this is given in very detail, just to that is just for your understanding purpose. Second, surface contact with the concrete shall be free from adhering grout, nails, splits and other defects. Now whenever you are doing shuttering work, surface should be very clear, crystal clear surface we should have. नाही तर बाहेरून मग एकदम विचित्र दिसेल, बरोबर आहे. जर इफ देर आर एनी पॉट होल्स, एनी adhering to the grounding, nails or splits, is there any defect in that? Your concrete finishing should not be there. Then all joints are perfectly closed and lined up. If there in your shuttering, if there is a small gap, then definitely your concrete will pass through that gap, water will pass through that, and remaining thing is just coarse aggregates which will rest at the bottom of that particular column. Now the style of construction, again I'm just share my experience. At the time of column construction, generally the height of column is around 3 meter, correct? General size, we are just discussing. 3 meter or 3.5 meters, so 10 to 12 feet height is nearly about. So have you seen that work of concreting, how they have done? They have started to fill the concrete and they are just pouring the concrete of height more than 1 meter. Now our textbook knowledge says the concrete should not fall from a height of 1 meter. But you are going to see in big projects or in smaller projects also that local contractor, contractors, engineer, what they are doing actually, they are pouring the concrete from a height more than 10 feet. Now whether you will get a good workable concrete? No, definitely there is segregation, there is bleeding that will occur in that particular concrete. And if there is any smaller gap between that shuttering, if there is shuttering, you are having smaller gap, that particular water will just come out from the concrete and the rest part is nothing but the coarse aggregate which will rest at the bottom of that particular column. So again, you need to understand the basic things while working on the site. Pouring of the concrete from a particular height or pouring of, completing the brickwork. Concrete 15 फुटावरून कॉन्क्रीट जर टाकलंय तर खाली त्याच्यात पाणी पण राहणार नाही. Okay, it will directly collapse. The properties of the concrete will get completely lost. So you need to take care whether you are having concrete pump. Sir, by using concrete pump, I am using this in my particular column. So you can do that. So next is timber shuttering is there, that is being replaced by steel plates. Now if you go for any big project, the timber shuttering, because we are facing the problem of scarcity of timbers nowadays for the last 5-10 years, and we have replaced our timber shuttering by steel plates. Okay, we call it as props, like what are the vertical props are there. For shuttering work also we are using steel plates. Then next is all the props of approved size are supported on the double wedges, and when it taken out, the wedges are eased and knocked it out. Now, anyone can have the knowledge what is the strength or that what is the capacity of the single prop, what how much load that prop can take, a single prop. I'm just saying लाकडाच बांबू म्हणत नाही मी, जो बांबू तुम्ही वापरताय कॉन्क्रीट कन्स्ट्रक्शन मध्ये आजही वापरतात. जे शटरिंग किंवा जे फोमवर्क असतं ते बांबूनी सपोर्टेड असतं, पण बांबूपेक्षा स्टील प्रॉप्स तुम्ही खूप साऱ्या प्रोजेक्ट्स मध्ये बघितले असते. म्हणजे जे स्टील प्रॉप्स जे वापरतायत त्या स्टील प्रॉप ची कॅपॅसिटी किती असते अंदाजे. See this a single very basic question which has been asked in many interviews and many times, but still students are unaware about this. Why? Because that is not the part of syllabus. प्रॉपचं वजन किती असलं किंवा प्रॉपने किती वजन घेतलं पाहिजे वी डोंट नो. For your kind information, the prop can take the range may be varied, but minimum is around 11 tons, 10 to 11 tons. That prop can able to take that much load. A single prop, I am just telling, a single prop. Okay, so that is for your additional information. Then all the formwork should be removed after 21 days of curing without shocks and vibrations. Otherwise, you are going to provide the shocks and vibrations for removing the framework. That will completely dismantle your structure. It will hamper your structure. Then all the reinforcement bars conform to the IS specifications are free from rust and grease oil. Now, that is nothing but the description of the activity. What is the description? What is my content? My content is reinforcement. What is the description? My all reinforcement is confirming with IS specification. Generally, for steel reinforcement, we are using IS 532, IS 1786, IS 1785 different parts we are using generally. IS 1786, which will give you the strength parameters of the reinforcement. You can note it down while we are discussing. Okay, so IS 1786, yes, that is correct. So that will give you the tensile strength of the reinforcement for different categories of the reinforcement. Then steel grills, which are perfectly as per the detailed specification. Then clear covers. Now this is very interesting, Panda. Actually, you are discussing this also in your design of concrete structure. Sir will tell you in upcoming lectures. The covers of the concrete are perfectly maintained as per the code. Now I think you are not aware about the clear cover, the Panda of clear cover. What is clear cover? The concrete small cement mortar structure has been there. Okay, that particular small block is there, and we are going to put it. So that clear cover or covers to the concrete are perfectly maintained as per the code. Then the bars of diameter beyond 25 mm are bent when red hot. So benting of the bars if the diameter is going beyond 25 mm. No, that is again with respect to the style of construction. It is not completely mandatory. Then material should be proportioned as per the specifications of the concrete. So this is one single example for the RCC work. Now this is given in very detail. You need to just describe. Suppose they have asked you write the specification about shuttering. So what you are going to do? Shuttering shall be done with seasoned boards of thickness not less than 30 mm. Then surface contact with the concrete shall be free from grades, nulls, or other defects. The joints are perfectly lined up and closed. There is not any particular gap. If there is any gap, the concrete will flow from that particular gap. Okay, then that is sufficient. 3 to 4 lines. You will get full marks. Writing the specification, mandatory. There is question from in university question paper. Write down the specification for suppose excavation activity. Write down the specification for concreting with 1:2:4 proportion. M20 grade of concrete. M15 grade of concrete. Then any activity they are going to describe. For 4 marks, we have to write it. Description of the activity. I have just given one example. Now we are dealing with we are having plenty of examples. Again, that is been related with the specification for brick masonry in cement mortar. Okay, now जर ब्रिक मॅशनरी आहे सिमेंट मॉर्टर मध्ये तर काय स्पेसिफिकेशन असले पाहिजे, काय त्याचं डिस्क्रिप्शन काय असलं पाहिजे. सो द ब्रिक शॅल बी ऑफ फर्स्ट क्लास, रेग्युलर इन शेप, साइज एंड कलर. Size matters a lot. You should have a excellent as whatever the size which is being described by that particular contractor which will supply you the bricks, that is to be there. You have to check the size and shape of the and also the class of that particular bricks. Then the brick shall be free from flaws, that is cracks and lumps of any kind. How many tests you are going to do on the bricks? Basically 3 tests we are going to perform in our field also. that is throwing the brick from a height of 1 meter. It should not get broken. If it is going to break, then it is of low quality. When the two bricks will collide with each other, it will create a ringing sound. And lab test, we are going to check the compressive strength of bricks. We are going to check the efflorescence test. We are going to carry out efflorescence test and water absorption, the most important. So as I said, compression strength that is been prescribed in your this sentence. The brick shall have minimum crushing strength of 10.5 Newton per mm square. Now this is for first class bricks. For the lowest category of the brick, the minimum crushing strength is 3.5 Newton per mm square. If it is more than that, you are satisfying your brick qualities. But if it is the brick is of first class quality, first class brick, then the crushing strength should be more than 10.5. Then brick should not absorb the water more than 1/6 weight of the brick. That is 10%, 20% of the weight of the brick generally. Then the sand that is to be used shall be of medium pores, then clean, cheap, free from clay and other organic material. The cement shall satisfy the requirement of Bureau of Indian Standards. Then the mortar, which is designated in the specified proportion and sand, the materials are weighed and measured and also mixed on the watertight platform. Then the bricks before laying shall be thoroughly soaked in the water just to check the water absorption percentage. Then fresh mortar within half an hour of the cement mortar, the time of adding shall be used. So these are the nothing but some specifications which are related with the brick masonry. Now just a minute, I will take your attendance at first. Only 25 participants are there. So I don't know what about others. Total strength is 75 of your class and just 25 are attending the class. Just a minute. So that is one example for the specifications. That is brick masonry. Now again we'll go for the next one. If you are having any doubt, you can put it in the chat box. Now methods of measurements and units of civil construction work. I think time is 4:30, 4:23. Okay. So this part we will discuss in tomorrow's lecture. That is methods of measurement and units of civil construction work. I will give you 5 minutes. If you are having any query, you can put it in the chat box or you can ask me freely. We will discuss this part. This is important. So we'll begin this part tomorrow only. So tomorrow's whatever lecture we are having, the upcoming lecture will begin with this. Methods of measurements and units of civil construction work. So having any doubt, you can unmute yourself and you can ask me the question. Anyone is having any question, you can ask me.
सर
हाँ
सर एस्टिमेट करताना डिटेल स्पेसिफिकेशन यूज करता का जनरल आणि
जे कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट डॉक्युमेंट असतं, जे फायनल एस्टिमेट असतं ते डिटेल स्पेसिफिकेशन असतात, जनरल स्पेसिफिकेशन नसतात.
एस्टिमेट करताना
जे आपण एस्टिमेट तयार करत असतो, ठीक आहे, एस्टिमेटला आपण डिटेल स्पेसिफिकेशन स्पेसिफाय करतो. फक्त एक लक्षात ठेवायचं, डिटेल स्पेसिफिकेशन मध्ये सुद्धा मी जसं सांगितलं एसे रायटिंगची गरज नाहीये. यू हॅव टू डिस्क्राईब द दॅट पर्टिक्युलर ऍक्टिव्हिटी इन जस्ट 3 to 4 लाईन्स, व्हॉट एव्हर इट मे बी. ठीक आहे, जी असेल ती ऍक्टिव्हिटी तुम्हाला डिस्क्राईब करायची असते. जनरल स्पेसिफिकेशन जनरली आपण कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट डॉक्युमेंट साठी वापरत नाही. ठीक आहे, ते फक्त तुम्हाला त्याचा नेचर किंवा क्लास बद्दल आयडिया देतात. तुम्ही अल्ट्राटेक 53 वापरलं, मग अल्ट्राटेक 53 ची फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टी काय, त्याची स्पेसिफिक ग्रॅव्हिटी सिमेंटची 3.15 आहे किंवा त्याचा इनिशियल सेटिंग टाइम इतका आहे. जर तुम्हाला फक्त सिमेंट बद्दल लिहायचं असेल तर ठीक आहे. त्याची फायनल सेटिंग काय आहे, त्याची कॉम्प्रेसिव्ह स्ट्रेंथ, सिमेंटची स्ट्रेंथ ऍट द एंड ऑफ 28 डेज ही 53 न्यूटन पर एम स्क्वेअर पेक्षा जास्त आहे. म्हणजे तुम्ही काय करताय, ही ऍक्टिव्हिटी डिस्क्राईब करताय. मग हे डिस्क्राईब करताना तुम्ही हेल्प कशाची घेता, ऍक्च्युअली स्पेसिफिक जे तुम्ही जे कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट डॉक्युमेंट तयार करता, इस्टिमेट तयार करत असतात, त्याचे स्पेसिफिकेशन असतात ते आपल्या SSR मध्ये दिलेले असतात, स्टेट शेड्यूल ऑफ रेट मध्ये. हे SSR मध्ये तुमचा क्लॉज बघायचा. ठीक आहे, मी तुम्हाला SSR शिकवतो याच्या आपल्या फर्स्ट युनिट मध्येच आहे, आणि पहिल्यांदाच जर तुम्हाला SSR शिकवला तर पुढे ते हेल्प होईल. ठीक आहे, मग त्या SSR मध्ये तुम्हाला SSR ची कॉपी दाखवतो, त्याच्यामध्ये ते डिस्क्रिप्शन दिलेलं असतं एक्सकॅव्हेशन. मग एक्सकॅव्हेशनचं डिस्क्रिप्शन काय आहे हे दिलेलं असतं, तुम्हाला फक्त करेक्ट स्पेसिफिकेशन सिलेक्ट करायचं असतं. ठीक आहे, म्हणजे तुम्ही 5 मीटर डेप्थ साठी जाताय, एक्सकॅव्हेशन करताय, 2 मीटरचं एक्सकॅव्हेशन करताय, तुम्ही JCB वापरताय, तुम्ही मॅन पॉवर वापरताय, किंवा मग तुम्ही एखादं सपोज सरफेस व्हायब्रेटर आहे, मग सरफेस व्हायब्रेटरची स्पेसिफिकेशन काय आहे, निडल व्हायब्रेटर स्पेसिफिकेशन काय आहे. सो एव्हरीथिंग इज बीन डिस्क्राइब्ड इन SSR. ठीक आहे, डिटेल स्पेसिफिकेशनच लिहितो आपण, जनरल स्पेसिफिकेशन लिहिण्याची गरज नाही, डिटेल स्पेसिफिकेशनच लिहायला पाहिजे, अँड दॅट विल हेल्प. ओके, बट नॉट इन एसे रायटिंग स्टाईल, ऑलवेज रिमेंबर. ठीक आहे, जे SSR मध्ये स्पेसिफाय केलेले आहे तेच घेऊन कॉपी पेस्ट करायचं आहे, आणि ते तुम्हाला फक्त तुमच्या शब्दात मांडायचं असतं. क्लिअर?
युनिक स्पेसिफिकेशन असेल तर, ते SSR मध्ये नसेल तर?
SSR मध्ये स्पेसिफिकेशन नाही असं होऊ शकत नाही. ठीक आहे, आपलं SSRच असं त्या पद्धतीने
सर
तयार
एखादं
आहे.
वेगळंच वर्क करायचं असेल तर?
कुठलं वेगळं करणार आहे, एक्सकॅव्हेशन आहे, PCC आहे, प्लिंथ फिलिंग आहे, तुमचं सुपरस्ट्रक्चर कन्स्ट्रक्शन आहे, याच्या व्यतिरिक्त नवीन वेगळं काय करतात. आणि SSR मध्ये रोड, ब्रिज, जेवढं काही कन्स्ट्रक्शन आहेत ना, टाइप्स ऑफ कन्स्ट्रक्शन सगळ्याची स्पेसिफिकेशन आहे. तुम्ही डांबर कुठलं वापरताय, मग VG30 आहे, मग सील कोटला कुठलं डांबर पाहिजे, प्राईम कोटला कुठलं डांबर पाहिजे, सगळं काही आहे. तुम्ही कुठलंही कन्स्ट्रक्शन घ्या, त्याचे स्पेसिफिकेशन तुमच्या SSR मध्ये दिलेले असतात. हा, जर तुम्ही म्हणताय नाही सर मी एक लोकल कॉन्ट्रॅक्टर आहे, मला माझ्या शेजाऱ्यांनाच मला एस्टिमेट तयार करून द्यायचंय, तुम्ही त्या स्पेसिफिकेशनची मदत घेऊ शकता SSR मध्ये, आणि ते स्पेसिफिकेशन तुमच्या शब्दात मांडू शकता. म्हणजे सपोज मी M20 ग्रेडचा कॉन्क्रीट वापरतोय, सो आय कॅन डिस्क्राईब, सो इन दिस M20 ग्रेड ऑफ कॉन्क्रीट आय हॅव यूज M sand, इट इज टोटली डिफरंट. ओके, सो ती डिस्क्राईब तुम्ही तुमच्या शब्दामध्ये करू शकता, बट विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू SSR स्पेसिफिकेशन्स ओनली. ठीक आहे, आणि अशी कुठलीच ऍक्टिव्हिटी नाही की ज्या स्पेसिफिकेशन मध्ये नाही, आतापर्यंत तर असं कधीच झालेलं नाही. ठीक आहे, ती तुमच्या शब्दामध्ये तुम्हाला मांडता येते, कारण जर स्पेसिफिकेशन बदललं तर सगळ्याच गोष्टी बदलतात, टेंडर सगळं बदलतं. ठीक आहे, ओके, समज, इज इट क्लिअर? अजून काही शंका?
येस सर.
SSR मी सांगतो तुम्हाला, याच चॅप्टर मध्ये आहे तो. SSR मध्ये काय काय गोष्टी आहेत ते शिकवतो. शुभम शिंदे, काही प्रश्न आहे विचारायला? शुभम, एम आय ऑडिबल? शुभम शिंदे, बऱ्याच दिवसांनी दिसत आहेत ते. अजून कोण आहे? ज्ञानेश्वर, एनी क्वेश्चन्स? यू कॅन अनम्यूट. मी सर्वांना अनम्यूट करतो वाटलं. हा, जर काही प्रश्न असल्यास विचारा. आज आपण खूप थोडाच पार्ट स्टडी केलेला आहे, उद्यापासून आपण मेथड्स महत्वाचा पार्ट चालू करूया. हा, शिवानी, एनी डाऊट? हॅलो?
नो सर, नो डाऊट.
ओके, विचारत चला, कारण आपला सब्जेक्ट हा टोटली प्रॅक्टिकल बेस्ड आणि खूप इंटरेस्टिंग आहे, खूप मजा आहे, खूप काही नवीन जे तुम्ही पुस्तकात शिकलेले नाही अशा भरपूर गोष्टी असतात की ज्या मी आय एम गोइंग टू शेअर माय एक्सपिरियन्स ॲज वेल ॲज व्हॉट एव्हर द नॉलेज, आउटसाइड नॉलेज दॅट आय एम हॅव्हिंग. ठीक आहे, कारण ती गरज आहे. आपल्याकडे टेक्निकॅलिटी, मॅनेजमेंट या दोन स्किल आता ॲक्वायर करायचे आहेत आपल्याला. टेक्निकली तुम्ही साऊंड आहात त्याबद्दल काही वादच नाही, पण मॅनेजमेंट स्किल खूप महत्वाचा भाग आहे कन्स्ट्रक्शन मधला. ओके, so I hope everyone is having a good day. So shall we stop here for this time? Somebody can give me the code. Shall we stop here?
Yes sir.
Okay, sir. Chalo, we'll meet tomorrow if we are having lecture.
Yes, sir.
Chalo, thank you. Good day and bye.
Hmm.